Do 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 do. La da 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 da. Alrighty. What's with this weird ass ads manager here? This does not seem like correct. Let me head over to my stream manager real quick. Check it out over here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Why are you suggesting ad breaks with like 30-second? Very strange. Content. Also, let me go ahead and make sure my YouTube source is up because I did not put it up. There we go. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's set up fine. Yeah, except for yesterday and the day before that. Just because you aren't here when it works doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All right, let's boot up the game. Where are you, Satisfactory? There you are. You think, therefore you are? Or the opposite of that, you don't think, so it wasn't there. Okay, let's get some gameplay up here. All right, should be up for you when you return, Austin. Oh right, we were gonna set up hypertubes as well. Do I have the stuff for that? I mean, more or less. I'm gonna have to run all the way out to this bitch. Yup. Oh, I forgot that I set up the large power towers. I think I've played once since you were last on, and it was pretty much exclusively exploring looking for hard drives. The big power pipe, like the big power towers. Flat towers? I think they're just called towers. They aren't called power towers, I don't think, but power. Nope, they're called power towers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Transmission towers. Those are what I'm talking about, but they're called power towers. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. What are they actually called? Gotcha. Okay. The redactyl for today was interesting. Okay. Very well, then. Nah, I did it on stream, so... I was talking to you specifically. Hmm. Nope. I mean, probably just phase 2 of the thing, which means we gotta set up some of those intermediary automations, I believe. Right, because we got a couple, we don't have like stators set up, I don't think, or motors. Stators and motors are the big ones, I think.
They are also error percent safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams.
Yes, I set up Dimensional Depot and also the inventory transfer of it.
Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
N. Yeah, I do too, but N is probably the quicker. Yeah, steel's all set up. It's kind of over there in the corner, but it is there. Yeah, or vice versa, exactly, yeah. I'll be real, I don't remember how much we're making. I want to say it's 60 pipe and 45 plates or something like that, I want to say. Do stators go into motors? I think that's like it's one use. It's like it's one use, right? Like, wait, do we not? Oh, no, they're used in automated wiring. The motors are not used in automated wiring. Huh. Okay. In a lot of auto crafting. They're used in quite a few things. I don't know if it's used as much of an intermediary. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. What do we need for the, because we need 1,000 versatile frameworks and 1,000, oh right, versatile frameworks is this bullshit. The smart plating is pretty doable. Even if we need 1,000. Should we start a building for this stuff and just kind of like our starting factory here is going to need to just get overhauled at some point. This is crap. This is like, I realize I made it, but it's crap. It's like, yep, I have that. I have the C card. Yeah, we need to future-proof it. We need to future-proof. We need to expand. But, I mean, here we are in, like, pretty much the flattest fucking place we can find, right? Like, outside of maybe the plains that are on the exact opposite end of the map from where we are. What stupid rocks? These stupid rocks? These, like, big ones? Or, like, the small... Oh, we can always blow those up if we want to get sulfur set up somewhere. We could also build up on stilts a little bit and just, like, be up in the... Because we got to deal with those dunes anyways. No, just if we get sulfur, we can set up explosives and just blow up all the rocks. Do we have access to that? Because there are pillars we can learn. We also have 115 alien protein that I could turn into some of those alien DNA capsules. And using those, we could get a bunch of tickets. And then probably learn a bunch of cool looking building stuff so that maybe we can, like, you know, start with something that looks good. We did mention exterior and interior design. Mm-hmm. Oh, like with pillars once we get them? Okay, I just made 30 DNA coupon things or DNA thingies, and it gave me 15 coupons. So I'm gonna go see what we can buy with 15 coupons. We might just be able to buy it now. Well, like I was thinking maybe we make like a new building, like a new whole building, and like just put all this shit in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah, that would be the pillar idea. What do you suggest? Yeah, we'd be raising it above like the dunes and stuff too, so that we can build it really a bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do you guys need me to change the Discord? Okay, there we go. Now the voice chat is changed over. These guys have been listening to me talk to myself. Granted, these guys is like one dude, so who cares? But
probably for the best anyways.
Okay, so yes, we can build pillars. We can do concrete, metal, frame. We could also get access to some early, maybe... Wait, oh, I already purchased the windows. Look at me. I'm already ahead of myself.
Yeah. Nice.
But where are...
Factory card.
The most worthless shit. Like, I don't think I've ever driven one.
More worthless than the golden nut.
The golden nut. Where the fuck is the thing that I'm looking for here? What was I even...
Would be under foundation?
Was it modern catwalks? Was it industrial catwalks? What was it that I was looking for?
Frame pillar set?
No, I mean the pillars too. I'll add those to cart. I'll at least get the concrete in the frame. But I feel like there's like a catwalk that I'm looking for.
Under architecture, there's modern catwalks and industrial walkways.
Doesn't look like what I was looking for, but it might still work.
The industrial walkway, I think, looks better than the... Does it look better than the catwalk? I think it looks better than the catwalk. Or are you looking for a narrower...
Oh, you know what? Catwalk intersection is what I'm looking for. I bet it would work with the industrial walkways as well, though.
I mean, either one's fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna purchase these for now, and we'll have 6 more to work with.
Good.
If you want to buy yourself something, I'll throw the tickets in here. If you're like, man, I wish I had that.
I don't think there's anything in here that I like hella need.
Until you do.
The coffee cup is funny.
You carry it around with you. Yeah.
I feel like railings would look pretty. I think railings would look
Railings
good.
could probably go hard.
Honestly, the beam also looks kind of cool, but I don't know that I want to deal with putting a bunch of beams everywhere.
Okay, so this is what a pillar looks like. Alrighty. And you can hold control to, like, snap them at angles, right?
Gotcha.
And I think, you can't rotate it, but you can zoop it. Okay.
So depending on how hard on the looks you want to go, maybe we would do beams if you're trying to do horizontal stuff.
Beams? Beams?
Yeah,
Was
it was
that?
under the fix-it.
Oh,
Or
was
in the
that another
awesome
thing
shop.
we could purchase? Beams.
Yeah, that was another thing we could purchase. That was like a single ticket. No, that's 4.
Okay, that's fine. We still got 6.
Yeah.
Where you said it was under architecture, structural beam
Yeah,
pack.
under architecture.
That's the one. Buy all. Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, we'd be doing like the pillars up and then the beam support on top of the pillar, then run horizontal beams on top of the pillars.
Okay, let's see what we can do with that then. I'm gonna go ahead and select beam, metal beam for now, or no, let's maybe painted beam. Painted beam looks like it has more potential to look cooler, but it doesn't look the same like visually, like because you can paint it. Let's go pillar here, big concrete pillar there. Nah, small concrete pillar there. 7 will be painted beam, and catwalk intersection can be down on 0, since I think I'm going to use it mostly for utility. So let me show you what I've learned with regards to
Okay.
catwalks. So what you can
Yeah.
do, I think, is you can slap down a foundation, and then you slap down a catwalk like next to it like this. And then you go to the next one and you hold control, and you can do that. And then you can snap to this, one of these. Right?
And that rotates the foundation.
Yep. And so you can make a curve that way.
That's nice.
So that's kind of the idea there. I don't think we're gonna use a curve immediately for this, probably, but unless
That's good to know.
that has inspired you greatly.
Curved glass wall at one corner.
So maybe
3-corner square, 1-corner curved glass wall.
okay.
And that glass wall is higher than the rest of the building.
That glass wall goes higher than the rest of the building. Okay, and how do we level it off? Like, how do we level it on the roof?
We'll do a
level?
sloped. Let me look at the roofs again. See if we can get the proper.
The tickets are in one of the
things.
crates if you need them, and if you need more, you can craft the protein into more of those thingamabobbers.
Yeah, they got valleys. So we could. There's a couple of ways to go about it. I think it could look kind of cool as like a slight tower, and then go down like say halfway the tower, and then have it come out diagonally.
Okay, at a slope. Or
Yeah,
no slope.
about like halfway down the tower
Right.
at a slope going both directions.
Going out both directions. Okay, I kind of see what you're talking about. Would it go out at a diagonal as well, like at the same? Because they both go out the two sides of the tower that are facing the building,
Yeah.
and then in between them, it would be
In between
diagonally
them is
down.
going to be a little weird.
'Cause, like,
they
there
do
are-
have valleys.
There are diagonal roofs. Yes.
Yeah.
So it should be fine. I think going down should be fine. All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to start building just like right fucking here.
Yeah, pick a spot.
Maybe go up 5. I'm interested in if 5 is enough. Let's do something like this as a test. I'm just gonna
Other
start.
option,
I'm just gonna start.
if you would like.
See, I just want to see if this makes it over this dune here, so that we know how much height we need to work with. Okay, 5 is enough.
And that looks like it makes it over that dune in the distance too.
That one, yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
So what's the other option?
Depending on how. Alright, depending on how you want to go on the construction, we could also do the space elevator in like a courtyard.
Ooh,
Like make the building go around it.
that's kind of interesting. We
don't know
can
if-
pick up the space elevator, so it's not like
True.
it's stuck there.
There we go.
So we can start from anywhere. Let's pick a corner. Where should our near let's pick near side farthest that way corner.
Which has the best view? I think the best view would be like maybe that mountain to the big arches.
Okay, so is this our
that's
curved corner? Is this the
maybe.
corner we're picking? Is the curved corner?
Yeah, well, yeah, trying to figure out what would have the best view for that glass wall.
Let me see what happens if we go over this little hill here. Is it an okay view? Because it is kind of swampy over here. I guess this view is pretty fucking mid, so it really is just the mountain.
It's like the mountain or the curves, yeah, whichever you'd rather be the view.
Yeah, I think that.
Because the issue is they're like opposite, it's like 180 degrees,
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
either way you could have a swamp.
Let's start here. Let's start with this as and also okay. First, align to world grid.
Yes.
So with this being the corner point in mind, I think we'll still be able to see the mountain quite nicely.
And so you would want the curve to go this way.
Sorry? Yeah. So the
So it
curve
would,
the
like-
curve is like these two, like it curves between those two angles. You know what I mean?
Oh, from here to here?
Like yeah, this is
From-
the corner that we're cutting off. Is the corner facing that way? Yes. Not obviously we're not cutting it off as a one foundation wide curve, but this corner, the one facing that way, is the corner where the window is going to go.
Gotcha, kind of over here.
And now I can snap the concrete pillar onto the world grid. And I can snap beneath as well. And now I can remove this. And as long as I place the foundation so that the corner is in the middle of the pillar, it'll be on the world grid. Now for the fun part where I use this ladder, because I also learned ladders. See you in a bit. Almost jumped off. Boom, nudging complete. Do you know how to nudge? It'll be very helpful.
No.
If you're going to place an item, this is true for buildings as well. You click, you know how it like lets you like zoop or whatever when you're on zoop mode. Instead of doing that, press H, and it'll freeze the building, and then you can use the arrow keys to. You see what I'm doing here?
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
And I think if I do that and I press Control while pressing arrows, it moves it by less.
So you can just barely offset it, that's nice.
So something tells me that'll be nice for building. All right, let's start with 10. That pillar is completely fucking worthless. Let me get rid of that. These wires go directly through. We'll fix that later. How big do we need?
So that's one, do you want me to go ahead and start that curve this way?
Yeah, let me build out a little bit here.
Okay.
Let me build you out like 10 or 20 foundations just so you have some space to work with. Yeah, so so we're gonna like cut it in a little bit, but because the pillar's lined up with the world grid, I don't care if the pillar gets like moved or removed because this is all lined up with the world grid as well, you know?
So I guess it would be where you want the starting point to be and the end point. So like if I'm starting out here, you want me to start here and curve
You can
way?
you can start wherever. You're just cutting in on this corner over here. Just whatever looks best to you. Yeah?
Okay, I see. I thought the building was going to be going over our old stuff, so
Oh no, I guess
this
I couldn't see.
corner here.
Yeah, this corner here facing that way. I
And it's
guess
gonna
we
face
I guess we
basically.
could build that way another 10. I don't see why not.
No, I mean I'm good wherever. I just needed the
Um,
starting point.
yeah, fuck it. Let's go another 10 that way.
Okay.
So this'll be our starting point, is this corner here.
Okay. And now,
Final answer.
from this starting corner, do you want me to curve it around like this, or start here and like curve it around like this?
Okay, you're gonna need
That
to
way.
explain that more because I didn't
Oh,
comprehend
what's
that.
ping? Ping is there we go. Okay. So if this is the start, should I like have this corner start
Mm-hmm.
and then say like curving that way?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or
Okay, so
do you want it starting here and
sorry,
curve like?
my idea was actually that you start partway back and you hold on. What's my pin? What was ping? Alt left click or
Oh,
something?
oh,
Ah.
left click, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking you start somewhere like here and you go to the equivalent point that way, this way, right? So you're
Okay.
like cutting off a corner of
Yeah.
it. You get what I'm
So
saying?
start here, curve around to there.
Yeah, Kurt,
I
like
can
just
work with
kind of
that.
cutting off a corner here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All
That's
right. Can you
that's what
show
I.
me then the trick one more time?
Welcome to stream. How are you? Uh, who goes there? Was that Sarah?
Sarah goes there.
Yes, hi. Sorry, you're streaming, huh? I'll leave you guys to it.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm just kind of dead.
Oh sevens. Okay, so you click there and then you nope, not like that. You try to connect it to the catwalk intersection and it really doesn't want to for whatever reason, probably because I'm angling it wrong. And this one okay, let me do it this way. Be gone. And then as soon as you get it wait, why are you trying to place on top of the other one? That's a little strange. You see that? There
Yeah,
you
that wants to be.
You happy now? Oh, what the fuck was that? Because I thought it was just hold control. Let me try to go out one more. See if it likes that a little bit more. Well, it does like that more, but I don't know why I can connect it on this side and not this side.
Maybe because there's like a foundation right here and it doesn't like that?
It does say so. Oh, maybe I don't want to be on Zoop mode? Yeah, it might be because of the foundation. Oh, that hold on. I saw you there. I saw you try to connect. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This looks like a pain
What's
in the
happening?
ass.
Hold there. Oh, can I
Sounded
just
funny.
can I hold H? Nope, that doesn't work. Building cannot be nudged. Okay. Can I control scroll foundations at all? You can, but only at 45 degrees. Okay. I understand. And they don't seem to like they seem to think that they're not on the world grid or something. You know what I mean?
Is it chill? Like, would it work if you hopped on that catwalk, destroyed this one, and then
Oh, yeah,
turned it?
maybe that would do it.
So do that, and like you hop there, destroy this one. Now put the angle one.
Is not feeling it.
Huh.
So maybe I need to have the first one snap to the world grid as well, like this. And now it'll like it. Nope.
It worked so well on the ground.
Yeah.
But you did like first try on the ground.
I wonder if it has to do with... It's probably got to do with the world grid, but I don't know why the world grid is off when, like, we've been building on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is strange.
For what it's worth, we don't need this pillar. leave the ladder there, but we don't need the pillar.
Sure.
Um. Okay. Can we do anything with beams? Because I know beams are interesting in that you can, like, angle them. Look at that. You can rotate them and
That's a
stuff,
different type
too.
of curve. Wait. Oh. Oh, maybe I could do some fun stuff with the roof like that.
Right? Because, like, that works. And
I bet I could use that method at a curve to the roof.
look at that. That actually does curve it. Oh, I'm falling. See you in a minute.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So it's curved, but now it's on the wrong.
Maybe we're going to have to take another crack at this real quick. I might need to redo the... Also, I can't get up on the roof. Haha. Alright, let's redo this platform. I would like to make sure it's on the world grid, and it doesn't seem like it is. Which is interesting, because I'm pretty sure I lined it up correctly, but apparently not, huh?
You're just deleting everything so far?
Yeah.
Heard.
But I see you have been inspired.
Yeah, I like that idea. There's a certain building that I can like picture in my mind that I'm kind of basing this off of, and I have no idea what the building is.
You're basing it off of something. Okay.
I feel like I've seen this like pillar, real glass pillar with a sloped down roof before, but it might just be kind of like a 50s diner style with like the neon pillar, something like that.
Okay, we're gonna start here. Period. And we're gonna go this way. 9 foundations, like that. This is our corner. So does this intersection work? Yes. Cool. All right. Lag? Oh. Game crash.
So it did.
Huh.
I was curious why I couldn't.
Never seen any of that
Unselectable.
before. What were you
Actually,
what were
no.
you doing at the moment?
Alt tabbed.
Oh. We're gonna boot it
When you
back
said
up.
game crash, I came back.
And hopefully it just boots back up naturally. The audio didn't, but now it should. There it goes. Okay. Alrighty. Who knows where we last left off? Watch, it's gonna have auto-saved exactly before we deleted everything. It's gonna make us delete everything again.
That'd be kind of funny. There'd be worse things. That'd be pretty funny.
Or maybe, hold on, before you join.
Good.
Oh, hey. What do we have learned? Okay, we've learned it. It looks like just before we built everything, actually, the first time, so...
Hey, nice.
Saved us some game time, I guess?
We're more efficient
Pretty sure we got everything. You might not have yet researched the sloped roofs.
Fair. I never researched sloped roofs in the first
Okay,
place.
and yeah, we haven't...
And to be fair, we don't really have. I don't know if there's like. No, never mind. Yeah.
Then we have lost nothing of value.
Good to join.
Yeah. There. Now I know that's on the world grid for certain. Because I just stacked a bunch of fucking foundations to get up there. This is not where I want the ladder, though. I want the ladder on the outside. Climb our ass up here. Zoop 10 that way. Zoop 10 that way. And now that I'm thinking about it, you might be best off trying to
Cutting in?
figure out, well, trying to balance both ends. Like, because I don't know how even this curve is going to be in terms of, like, is it going to end in the same... Like, let's see, if I start there with the curve, you know, where does it actually end?
Yeah. And you're doing 2 every time, so yeah, that's a good frame of reference.
This is one normal foundation. Right, and you can see it ends fair bit shy of the outside of this. But it doesn't end... It's like one... You can see it's almost exactly one foundation short. So if we started this one closer, it would be almost exact, but not quite. So I was thinking maybe what you do is you do it an even amount from each side. Like you do this one here, and then you go one step, and then you go to the other side, and you do one step, and then you do one on this side and one on that side, and they'll meet in the middle. And then it might not be as obvious that the curve isn't, like, exactly foundationally lined up, right? You see what I'm saying?
Kind of, yeah. I
Here,
feel like
let
that's
me-
gonna make the center awkward then, because then there's gonna be like a wider joint in the center.
Let's see what it looks like. I wanna do this real quick. Let's start it, since this is the end point, let's start it here.
So then I'll start with these guys, and I'll just start
Move-
working from here.
Move in one.
In one?
Yeah, we want to move it forward one foundation. Sorry, I'm deleting all this. You don't actually need to delete the foundations anymore, it just works. This should be the starting point rather than that. That way it's actually lined up correctly. Hopefully. If I did the math right. Right.
So then let me make sure I've got this right, 'cause we're doing catwalk. So it'd be like here. I also never figured out how to do that rotate that you did.
Hold control.
Okay. Control, and then like...
Yeah, hold control and then
Rotate.
scroll wheel it from there.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
And if you
So
do
that-
if you do it in zoop mode, you can do it in pairs.
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, there's gonna be this little gap in the middle. So what happens if we push...
Oh, but the foundations would be on this side.
Ah, so they would, and there's
Let's do the
just...
foundations and then see. Because I think you're right. I think that is going to work out.
Yeah, let's delete... I think it's good to delete these now.
And these are 1 meter or 2 meters?
These are 1 meter thick.
Okay. So now I'm doing it here. Off of Zoop. Oh, there we go. No.
No. Did you put it in vertical off of zoop?
I just did like 2 instead of 1.
Yeah, you're on vertical mode.
Yes, I am.
Alrighty.
Default.
And if we put a, let's say, just like, oh, I can't put a glass wall, but what does it look like if we put like a wall on each of these? Ooh, yeah. Do you see that? It doesn't have a gap if you put two walls.
Yeah, there's no gap there. So, yeah, that should work. It's a little weird on the floor. We might want to find a better floor pattern. But...
Oh, I see it's a little bit glitchy at places.
Yeah, it kind of.
I think it's supposed to be okay if you like pick it up and replace it, but that means replacing the catwalks. Let me you can see we might need to do it for several of them. But it did seem to fix that end of that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't look too closely at the corners.
See? There we go. Fixed. Oh, never mind, it came back.
Yeah. We'll leave that alone for now.
We'll pretend like we don't see this one. We could also paint it like Vanta black, and then we might not be able to notice.
And we are looking, I think, ooh, which one do I want? I'm debating between honeycomb and full frame.
Let's call this like -4.
Do you already have all the windows on? Like, these are all the windows you can use?
Sorry?
I was looking at the windows we have. I'm assuming you have all the windows.
I don't know if we have all the windows, but we have the basics of the windows at the very least. Full frame, hex, fray. Yeah, I think that's the bit. How do you like that color more? Like you can't even tell when I paint them both the same color.
Yeah, that looks better for sure.
Okay, and then all right, one more test on the paints.
Oh, we're missing silica.
What about this color? Oh, you can hardly tell the difference. Well, it's not that you can't. This is matte black instead of.
You can tell where you put the change in it. I think I liked the previous better.
Okay,
but...
and then one more. I'm going to change it to shiny.
I would say either this or the first one would be my. I think the map that was
Okay.
not doing it.
All right, then I'm gonna go with the default. Nice. And this is my. I created a custom swatch for this. I wonder, can you see my custom swatch? Or when you go into your customizer, does the concrete structure swatch look all black?
The concrete structure swatch?
Yeah, under customizer.
Yes, it's all black.
Okay, and when you look at swatch 1, I'm assuming it's blue over yellow, but
yeah.
If I were to change this to, say, like this, did that change it? You might need to close it and reopen it. Is swatch, swatch 1 down below?
Swatch 1 is now straight black.
Okay, cool. So that is what you can paint it.
Nice. All right. So I can't do the glass yet because we don't have silica. Should I just do it with regular walls for now and swap it, or do you want to wait on that?
If you'd like to, or you can go set up quartz. There is some somewhat nearby. It's kind of northwestish, I want to say. Northwest. It's a little ways out there, but it's out there.
I'm gonna fuck with it with basic walls for now.
Okay. Yeah, there's...
How tall do you want this building to be?
How tall? Ooh. That's a good question. Maybe just start with 4, but I know it's gonna be bigger than that.
4 walls tall?
Yeah, just for now.
Well, I was gonna say the thing is, that's gonna depend on how tall
you want.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll go do quartz. If you don't know the height, I'll do quartz for now.
That works.
And that'll give you time to figure out how big we want this.
Yeah,
I'll probably double the height you want as the pillar.
I don't even know what how big the build, like, what are we building in here?
I don't fucking know. I was just like in the architecture. I was just building to build.
Kobe.
Bomb.
How many of these do I have? 5 more? Okay. Kobe.
Oh my goodness. Now we just have rock.
1 more.
Nah, leave it. It's a... Oh, nope. There it is. Bye-bye. Alright, you said quartz is somewhere. And And shit, am I just gonna turn this into silica so we can have glass laying around?
You make a little bit of both.
What is the both? What is the other?
It's silica and quartz crystals, I believe.
Crystal's heard.
It's the one that
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
not
a...
dealing with crystal. Oh Jesus, you said it was a little ways out there. I didn't realize that was 1,100 meters.
Yeah, it's a little long ways.
All right, is that 2 out there? That's 2. Both normal, so I'll do 1 silica, 1.
Ooh, I'm out of
quartz.
concrete. Oh dear.
Huh?
I'm out of concrete.
Oh.
I also broke my ankles falling off.
Miner Mark II makes 120. And is it smelters for this?
This list did
Still?
change his name so that he's saints on both. Sorry?
No. Oh, no, I was
I think
figuring
it's-
out what I needed. I need a
it's
constructor, not...
Yeah, it's constructors. Constructors.
So this needs 37.5. Fuck, quartz.
Can I grief my friend for a sec? That wasn't, like, really in the plans.
Are they trying to get you to team kill me?
I don't know, I guess.
Mod. Chad.
Mods. Twist this guy's balls. Ooh, what'd we get from the hard drive? We can do cheap silica. I don't think there's any limestone out there to do it, but you could. We've also got steel rotors. Cheap silica is, instead of 3 quartz into 5 silica, it's 3 quartz and 5 limestone into 7 silica.
That's nice. I don't really want to deal with that.
Word.
What on earth was their idea with these quartz numbers? I'm sure the game designers had some reason to make it these terrible numbers. But...
I mean, it's 3 to 5 output and 5 to 3, or 3 to 5 input and 5 to 3 output. So it's like, I kind of get it.
Fair.
3 makes 5 and 5 makes 3, and that they make 8. So if you do an even amount of each, it's not too bad. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, like, I'm just spitballing here, but
Yeah. No. Fair. I don't like it.
makes
That
sense.
doesn't
But I
change my
don't like
opinion
it.
on the matter. But you are right. Alright, I need 3 more.
Any
personal
bot
miners.
encounters today over on Twitch? Not so far, actually. I've been pretty bot-free for the last few days. Which I love to see. Now, I am streaming to very few people right now, which means that if I were to find bots, it would be now. Okay, so this is 21, but I made it 31 this way, so let's go another 10. Get a cool 31 this way. Is this how they built the pyramids? No, I think there was more slavery involved in that one, unfortunately, but... Maybe something similar. I like to think that they also used, like, this sort of floaty construction method.
They too clipped their giant marble blocks to the world grid.
Yeah, they used a world grid.
It's like a landscaping point to orient every other building in the world to the world grid.
Okay. Cool. This is 31 by 31. More slavery than in Satisfactory? Impossible. Yeah, I guess we don't know the level of Okay, so to be clear, this is technically indentured servitude, not slavery, but I feel like once you're making those sorts of distinctions, you're probably on the wrong side of history anyways, so... What do you mean, guys? This isn't slavery, it's indentured servitude. Do free grid, no balls? Not on your life.
Free grid's the
Why
only
am
way
I-
that I know.
Why am I building like this when I could just... I could be building with the... Well, I guess I'm gonna have to paint the whole damn thing anyways. Unless I want to change the entire factory to be jet black. I feel like this building's already gonna kinda look a little bit like we're in Mordor. But that's okay, because we're in the desert, and that actually kind of has a nice vibe.
So I'm blanking. Where are our modular frames again?
That weird building where we built the rotors and frames together. You remember?
True. And then steel.
You gotta go south. Due south. There's a line.
South is steel, got it.
Okay, I just went through like another 2,000 concrete. Why do these feel off? They're not, but they felt that way. Don't mind me just clipping through things. When do we get to the point where we build computers in-game? Well, that is a thing that happens eventually, but I want to say it's like... What is it, like 1 tier, 2 tiers away? I feel like that's something we hit in phase 3, but I forget if it's stage 5 or 6.
Also, we have not automated encased industrial beams, correct?
No.
Okay.
Did we need
So
to?
I'll just hand make it back.
Did we need to?
I don't know if we need to yet, but I need it for the project I'm working on.
Okay, so we do need it, just... Wait, what do you, why do you need encased industrial beams?
I'm gonna guess it's the minor Mark IIs.
Those use encased industrial beams? Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it uses 20. It's not like... Or it uses 10 per hour, it looks like. So it's not like that much of a pain in the ass to just hand make.
Ever think of playing Frostpunk? Tell me what that is. Because I gotta say, never thought of it because I've only heard of it in passing and I don't know what it is. Okay, there's still a little bit of, ooh, that's obviously clipping going on here, but... Is there something down here that's the wrong color?
Cover sheets.
Are you anti-dogging? Is that what I hear? Or was that you blowing your nose?
I would be blowing my nose.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was, shh, you're being loud, dog. Or...
No, Ari is being completely peaceful right now. She's lounging on her beanbag in dog bed.
She's living the life. Living like Larry.
Living La Vida Loca. Where is the concrete? I cannot remember the layout of this base.
This is why we're consolidating. It is right there.
Thank you. I also just didn't work on it, so I don't remember where it was put, since I didn't, like, have hands-on it.
Okay, that looks better. Nice. Survival base builder where the scenario is 1800s England with an ice age due to the global imbalance. Oh, so the Industrial Revolution kicked down the door in that place, so... Hey, yo, bitch. Runaway global warming. But, like, the opposite. Like, what if global warming just wasn't? What if it did the opposite? What if CO2 somehow made the world colder? You build around a big-ass generator that keeps you warm, and you get to govern your people either as a dictator or as a religious leader. I like how there is no good way to do it. You're either a dictator or a religious leader. There is no other option. Do I have to build these from the top down? No. No spoilers. See it for yourself. Is this like a story-driven game? Or is this like what kind of game is this? This sounds like a 4K.
What is this Criterion? God damn it, that was a long line.
Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna need to restock my concrete here. I sure am glad we've been stockpiling it forever and a half. Top-down survival base builder like Project Zomboid. That's not the genre I was imagining. But I do like just Project Zomboid. Also, this curve looks really cool from down below.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty sick. I think like off in the distance, it's gonna look absolutely gorgeous once we get that glass tower going.
Also, we're definitely, yes, we're gonna move all the randomly clipping shit. But you don't control a character, you just build your base. Okay, so it plays, okay, so would I be correct in saying it plays a little bit more like a PvE Age of Empires? No idea what that is. I was afraid you might say that, and now I feel old.
Oh. Also, I have no idea where our rotors and all that were.
Hold on. I might be able to ping it from up here. It's actually... It is...
Just the general directional
that
suffice.
way.
Heard. I went the exact wrong direction.
We're 5 years apart, man. Yeah, but you should still know what Age of Empires is. It's like the most... it's like right behind StarCraft for one of the most popular, like, resource management PvP games out there. Live action PvPs. It's incredibly well known. I played it a lot growing up, even though I wasn't good at it because I was like 10. You know what?
Give the guy some credit. If you were 10 playing and it's a 5-year age gap.
Do you remember Spore? That's for you, Austin.
Heard. I never got to play Sport, but I do remember the game.
For some reason, I found out recently that for people who were older than us, like earlier millennials, people hated Spore.
For some reason, that sounds vaguely familiar.
But like,
you know why?
I think it was oversold. I think they were like people expected a lot more out of it. Like imagine the early 2000s version of No Man's Sky, right? Like that sort of deal.
Gotcha.
I'll be real for a sec. I only got Wi-Fi when I was 12 years old. All right, you're forgiven then. But you know what Spore is. That's good. Yeah, apparently wasn't super well received. Young me loved it.
I think one time I came over to your place and we played that for a little bit. And that's about the only time I've ever seen it.
Huh. I didn't think we had. I figured I was past Spore by the time, I
think it was one of those we were just chilling, like, what do we do? And you're like, yo, I could boot up Spore.
You ever played Spore before?
Because I probably told you, like, no, I've never played it. And you're like, okay, let's go play it.
We doing this shit. Oh, that makes sense. That would check out. Alright, I've made an incredibly large platform. My first video game was Crash Bandicoot on the PSP. And God of War. Damn, first video game starting with God of War is a pretty
That's
high,
a choice.
pretty high bar. What do you mean they don't all curse and run around naked?
You're telling me most games don't let me fuck Aphrodite?
L. Unplayable. Sorry, people
That's why
didn't...
everyone hated Spore.
Oh, they hated Spore because you couldn't fuck Aphrodite. But I feel like you probably could have made Aphrodite in Spore. And then, like... It would,
That would
I
be
guess
horrific.
it would be... Yeah, probably. But it would also be, like, only self-cessed. Because, like... Right? Because it's, like, it's only in the creature stage.
No.
GTA Vice City stories. I mean, to be fair, it's GTA. I don't think, like... confused the game for you being blasphemous. To be fair, GTA Vice City is a little bit correct. It is a city full of vices. Not that that matters. Okay, I've been building a lot. Vice City Stories, not Vice City. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know the difference. I didn't own handheld consoles. Explain it to me. What's the difference? Also, yeah, I had a meeting today with Outlier, right? And it was supposed to be for like a reviewer onboarding because they're dumb and they were like, this guy's cut out to be a reviewer. Which don't tell them. I've only done 2 tasks.
Surprise! That's one of your viewers. It's from Outlier.
Yeah,
It's Outlier HR's keeping it.
Yeah. Retarded fish stick is HR for Outlier. But nobody was there. Like 15 people were in the chat with me, so I wasn't in the wrong place. But there was no host, so we kind of just sat there for an hour, and I left, and they paid me $100 for it. So
fair. Sorry for your time. Here you go.
I made the spin-offs for handhelds. They were easy to run and all. Oh shit. You actually do work for Outlier. I'm gonna send a hitman to your house so you can't let word out. And then delete the VOD. Fucking easiest money of my life right there.
Yeah, we do take those.
Okay. This is a lot more building than I remember. 31 by 31, large. Very large.
Yeah, fair. That adds up.
I've kind of just been placing foundations. But that's what you gotta do when you're building a very large base. I don't really know exactly the formatting here. How's the quartz, by the way? I mean, this is a good time as any to get it set up, so I'm glad you're doing it.
Coming.
Are you just doing like a standard mine? Are you doing like overclock 2x?
Base yet.
Oh, you are using two like level 2 miners though.
Yeah, I'm using level 2 miners.
Ah, the gay porn has arrived. Not just any porn, but the real gay porn.
Got some deranged names in your chat, dude.
Yeah. My community's great.
Oh, I
Alright.
didn't say they weren't great.
Yeah, they're great.
Nothing against that. Just,
Alright, so I also need to find the very center of this base so that I can, you know, put the giant tower in the middle of it.
Yeah, to be fair, you say 31 by 31 is massive, but if we're going to put a giant tower in the center,
Yeah,
then
it's
that's...
probably not as big. Oh, the gate porn is also leaving because it's 2 a.m. Okay. Good night and sleep well, sir. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Definitely forgot to wire my way out here. Oops.
Okay. 11. There are some long way. Well, I guess they're not that close, but you might be able to branch off from like the Caterium.
True.
Okay, that is 11 deep. Now we come over here. We do it again. I turn on my flashlight so that I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Turns out when the floor is black, it's harder to see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Oh wow, that one's also 11. Nice, go me. I clipped that. Good. This one's 12 deep. Okay. Let me replace that one just to be a reminder that it's where it is. That's 11. That's 11. That's 11. Let me actually just go real quick Google this so that it's easier on me. Google how big space elevator satisfactory. How big are you? Width and length of 54 meters. I think these are 8 by 8. I'm pretty sure. Let me search up foundations. Not helpful. How big are they? I need answers. 8. Thank you. I was right, but I'm glad I checked. What was the job for that easy money? I am doing, like, AI. I'm writing prompts and grading responses for, high-level AI models. So, like, sort of more advanced models that are pretty good at reasoning. And I'm doing it at like master's level data science stuff. So talking about like data pipelining and such, or data analytics. And this was an onboarding for a reviewer position for that project. So reviewing other people's work. Not exactly field testing, more like training data. Also, I got a message. Oh, that's okay. Gotcha. I see. Wait, so 54 by 54 is how much? That's just under 7 foundations on a side, I think. Right, because 8 would be 64, so 7 would be 56, so that's just under 7 foundations, yeah. Which is good. I like it to be an odd number of foundations. Now for the part where we center it. So if you are 7 on a side, that means that we are 24. If we have 24, that means we leave 7 in the middle, right? And that adds up to 31. So 12 is exactly the number I want. Okay. Well, that's perfectly doable. One of my back molars is coming to life and it hurts like hell. What the fuck does that, what? Half of it is sticking out of my gum and the other half is below the gum. Oh, like that. You're talking about like your wisdom teeth? Maybe they call them back molars, but we call them wisdom teeth, I believe is what you're talking about. Or maybe... Where did you say you were from? Are you just from the US or are you one of the people who's from elsewhere? I tend to get people mixed up because we got like South Africa and we got... Sometimes you gotta remember that everyone calls shit differently, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do this side as well. This is 2. Let's go. Oh, that means I can just zoop 10 and that'll be 12. Huge.
Oh,
Does the space elevator cost? Yeah, it costs more cement. Alrighty. Well, let's see if this gets me enough. Probably not, right? No, not enough. Okay, gotta go get more cement. Is there nothing to this game except resource collecting? I mean, things get pretty complex. The main draw of this game is the logistics. When you're building like the higher level shit, there's like, you know, 8, 10, 12, 15 steps to the processing of some of those higher tier items. So just slapping the miners on the mines is not the main difficulty of this game by any means. It is much more so the logistics behind it all. And right now we're still very much in the early game logistics. That stuff over there that we built a few sessions back is like the very earliest taste of what some of those later game things look like. Yeah, I mean, if you pick up Satisfactory, I would suggest, before hopping into a late game world, probably like play it a bit yourself and get a feel for things because it can get very overwhelming. I know that whenever I join like a game for one of these factory builders a little bit late, it's just like, holy shit, what is going on, you know? I'm sure you feel the same, Austin.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like the first time I tried to do Factorio with you and Justin, I got that
that kind
experience.
of but then
'cause I think I came in later.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, then probably.
Not like super late, not like at the end or anything, but
I'll wait for a sale. Smart. Yeah, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Close, but not quite.
alright, now all that's running.
Let's hop down here. Oof, ouch, my bones.
Beautiful.
There you go. Do I want to do like a pillory thing here? Okay, let's go. Let's see what it looks like going up 1 and then using pillars. Yeah, that might be cool. Yeah. Is there a jetpack? There is a jetpack. Could you say something, Austin?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Chat was just
No,
like,
you're
duh,
good. I'm just,
duh, he's
proofing all
talking
this
to
stuff.
himself again. And it's like, no, I'm not. How
Nah,
long
I'm just
till
going over proofing all my work here.
how long till how long till we get jetpacks? Actually, that's a decent question. It's not too much
That's
longer, I
pretty-
feel like.
Oh, never mind.
Jetpacks, not
pretty far.
not the electric jetpacks, the normal ones.
Yeah, but I mean the jetpacks were after the spring boots, right?
Yeah, but the spring boots are pretty close, I feel like. I think that's actually just a research that we haven't done because we didn't have silica. Speaking of which, another great reason.
Well, there we go. Fair enough. Yeah, silica is up and running.
Excellent. Austin, are you DJ's alter ego?
Possibly.
Possibly. Ooh.
What do you think,
Uh,
Mr. Chat?
whoa,
Or Mrs.
what?
Chat?
Missed.
Or just chat.
That is Sir Retarded Fish Stick you are speaking to.
Retarded fish stick. You have been knighted by DJ himself.
Are these off center? No.
If you do make a mod team, he can be part of it, and you should name him the Jordan Creasers.
The Jordan Creasers. I don't know why I love that meme so much.
That's a fucking good one. That's a good one.
Oh, are you a figment of my imagination?
If I was a figment of his imagination, I'm also a figment of yours. And that starts to get a little bit messy.
Whoa. It's not just me talking to myself. It can't be. Because you hear it too.
Someone forgot to consider that we're both a figment of his imagination.
True, it could be you that's insane.
What color are your walls?
Wrong answer.
Alright, with 400 silica, how much glass wall can I make? Ooh!
Fair bit.
So those slots were purposeful.
Those slots?
The slots in the foundation, you have giant lines cut out of the foundation.
Oh, yes, those are well, I mean, like, I intend to... Those are how I'm centering it, but...
Oh, okay.
I could make something interesting out of it. It could be cool visually, like maybe a glass floor or something. But I don't...
I can see something cool coming out of that.
Like, especially if we, in the future, we, like, put some vehicles underneath this, like, passing underneath this building.
Mm-hmm.
Make
So this is the
explosives.
start.
I have... Sir, I have 3 whole explosives. Do not rush perfection.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start with these honeycomb glass, but if you think this is ugly or would rather a different class, feel free to swap it.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so I would like staircases in the future, but for now, ramps will do. I believe we can do, let's do a 2-meter ramp. Should be good. 1, 2, and assuming I did my math correctly, I should be able to just slap a whole ass space elevator kind of right here. Although I do need to kind of get it right-ish in the center. Okay, there's that. Bump it a little bit. Bump it a little bit. Alright, that's not quite over the edge over there. And over here, it is also not quite over the edge. And then we bump it towards ourselves. Like so. And then another half bump. And now it is perfectly centered. Although I'm going to bump it back so that it's nicely on the edge like that. Boom! Now I just gotta check for clipping up there. One can never have enough explosives. Perhaps that's true. Perhaps he's not wrong there. I do only have a limited amount of inventory space, though, so there is that to consider. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Thank you. Excellent. Any clipping? No clipping? Hopefully, maybe. Little bit of clipping. No clipping? Very small amount of clipping. Alright, gonna have to make that just a wee
with
bit.
intolerance?
Just a wee bit wider, maybe? Let's see how, what do we think
I think
about
the one away would look good. There's clipping on this side too, so like...
Ooh, that shit looks quite nice, actually. Hold on.
Huh.
Just looking at your build.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a fan of the hexagonal design for that. I'm gonna run grab as much silica as been made and turn all of that.
This is the clipping. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think maybe just bring it all out one more.
Do you think
Like
so?
give the thing a little bit more space.
Oh, could we do another one of those here?
Curve?
But not a tower, just like internally.
Just like a curve here.
Just like a curve
Is
around this.
clipping at that...
Just a curve around this entire internal 7x7. Wait, how many foundations does this cut off? What's the curve rate on this? So like, this is this the first curved bit, or is this the first flat bit?
That's the first flat.
Okay, so this is flat, and
This
then
is
it
in
curves.
line with everything.
Okay, this is in line, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that only 5? Yeah, it's only 5, isn't it? So this... Oh, actually 5 is too much, right? If we wanted to make the circle, we would want it to be 10 by 10 then. Or...
If you're trying to do a round
nine.
this,
9.
gotcha.
Oh, 9 might be perfect, actually, because you double up on the flat walls, right? 9 might actually be perfect, because this is 7 by 7 now.
Yeah, I don't think this building is gonna be. I don't think this should be like a giant factory. I think this should just be like our home base. I feel like this is a little small for a factory.
You think? I mean, it's
Considering
probably...
how big some of those factories we made were.
Yeah, but we're building like the basics here.
True.
We're just building like, you know, screws and concrete.
World's fanciest screw maker.
Yep.
I need to go up this way.
All right, let's see if I can replicate this catwalk shit. All right, let me give it a crack and see what happens. Oh, don't give me this weird connection shit again. I know you're on the grid correctly. You cannot fool me. Perhaps it must be this one. Why? Oh, why? Why?
I'm not about to seal green that one.
Building cannot be... Not on this.
I thought about it, and then I realized it's too late for that shit. That ain't happening at this time of night.
Why? So like, yeah, why? Why are you like this? Does it work out here? Like, what if I just pick a random spot? Hello? But it works out here, because we did it out here. But it doesn't want to. Why is it locking there instead?
Is there any nearby foundations? Because that was always the struggle with last time.
Yeah, I mean there are, but it's not locking to the foundations either. Like, it's trying to lock to the corners of the catwalk intersections
Gotcha.
instead of the straight-ons.
Yeah.
Okay. Idea then? Perhaps if it likes locking to the corners, we can just kind of fuck around with it that way? See, now I can lock it there. But that's not the correct snap point. Yeah, I don't understand what's up with that. Perhaps I'm hitting the wrong button or something.
Oh, now I need metal beams. I think I'm gonna make this 30 tall for now. And then if you decide that 15 isn't gonna be the wall height, then I can change that later.
You're gonna go 30 tall?
For the time being.
Okay, that's pretty sizable.
It also doesn't have to be perfectly halfway. Like, if you
Right.
decide to do, like, 12 or decide to do, like, 18, it can probably stay 30. Just see how it looks.
So, why the fuck? Why? Does it have to do with the rotation of the intersection? Like, if I rotate the intersection like this? Oh, now it's working. Okay, I think because I placed the first one using control.
Hmm.
And then everyone after that needs to not use control. Or, sorry, the first one doesn't and everyone after that does. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I have correctly guesstimated how big these need to be. Magnifico. We've learned how to make circles, and by God, we're gonna use them.
This is our experimental design phase.
Yeah.
When we get to our endgame base, it's gonna be so sexy. Ooh. I could also see something. You've changed the reflectivity of glass before?
You are thinking of arc, but
Ah,
maybe
fair.
it is possible in this game.
Heard. For some reason, I remember your old glass building being like super shiny and reflective.
Maybe you could paint. Maybe you could still paint it like that.
And if you paint it the right color, it just looks shiny.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Won't do that yet, but that could be a cool thing to experiment with later.
Okay, let's be sure to remove all of that. Any overlap. We'll figure that out afterwards. Nice. Okay. I'm figuring it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I used that with control. Silly me.
And then architecture ladder.
Wait, I didn't.
Such.
Sus. Now it's not working again. I mean, I get why it didn't work that time because I was holding control, but when I didn't hold control, it didn't work again. Now it's working again. Maybe it actually is the rotation. Wait, but then it was... Okay, there must be a button I'm like pressing wrong or something. But you work. No, you don't work anymore either. What the fuck is going on? Huh. I don't understand. I am not to be understanding. To Google, what are you working on? Mm-mm-mm. Do. Alright. Not helpful. But at least they tried. So maybe it actually is due to the rotation then. Let's just try it one at a time with the various rotations. Yep, clearly has something to do with the rotation. Because it worked. So I guess if it's not wanting to snap correctly, just rotate it. Just rotate it. Sorry, that's the voice it reminded me of. Gronk builds catwalk intersections. Just rotate it. Cusco's poison.
Poison specific. Cusco.
Poison made specifically to kill Cusco. That poison. Got you covered. Good times. And now I can't see chat.
Got that one down.
Got that one down. It's a shame I'm not auditioning for
Gronk specifically.
Gronk specifically, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god.
The more and more you stack, so we had the one curved wall,
Mm-hmm.
and to fill the flooring, instead of making it like straight going in, like actually no, it looks like you kind of did. The
I
curve
did
thing.
it two or like one or two in, and then did
I
square
see.
from there. And when you
Okay.
paint it, it doesn't look as bad. As long as you paint everything.
True. So now, actually, now it is 9:56. So I shall be calling it there.
Ah. Do you have like a large amount of silica?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to time this. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
07s?
That was a lethal fall distance.
Gotcha.
Hey, if you want
So-
to go look at my corpse, there's some silica on it.
I can give it a crack. It's probably not lethal from down here, right? Oh, you fell just to here.
I fell from the ceiling.
Yeah,
the-
just to this platform though. You didn't fall all the way down.
Yeah, no.
So that's a lethal fall distance, eh?
That is a lethal fall distance.
Also, why
That
do
is 30 height.
some of these are different? Or were you just testing them?
What do you mean?
Some of the walls are not hexes, they are... Did I just like...
Oh, Jesus. How'd that happen?
I also jumped on your head and I got stuck on your head.
It's exactly like one little section,
Yeah.
too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that little bit there. I was like, what?
All
Why
right.
does that look different? And I was just like, oh, because it is.
So from there to there. Honeycomb. There we go. That looks better. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here.
I'm probably gonna like do as much as I can with the center of this, which hopefully is looking good. There's no clipping, right? Or have you already jumped off? Okay. Then I shall check my.
If you look at it real quick, I know an easy way for me to look at this. What are you, oh, I do like the curve there. I do not see clipping there.
Excellent. And I built a platform down there for it to sit on.
Sick.
I like that when we paint it super uber duper black that it doesn't like look like it's clipping anymore.
Yeah, it looks a lot better like that.
Like I think you can still tell if you like go in and look at it close, but
Fuck it.
what's up?
I said, fuck it.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
yeah. No, I don't care enough to do anything about it.
Alright. I will see you around later.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
That's good. Night.
Good stuff. Peace. And we are going to continue building a little bit on this tower before we head out, because I would like to see some fruits of labor. But I am going to hop out of the voice chat. How are we doing on the stream anyways? I haven't really been checking much. 1 or 2 people on each side? That makes sense. That makes sense. We up late. Let's go back into zooping. Me when I zoop. Instead of a zoot suit, it is zoop soup. Okay, let's see what it looks like if we do it like this. Now we are going to have to worry about filling in the gaps as well, right? But I think that to start, we just do this. Or is it better to build in, since these have like these flares? Maybe it's actually better to build in instead of out. Because, like, we're still gonna need to do, you know, this. What happens if we just do it on every other one? Then we got gaps in between here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like these gaps. So let's try that not like that. And instead just simply build in. Yeah, that's gonna be so much easier. Sure, we've got the clipping, but not nearly as bad, yes? Oh, except this one. That one, we've got to do this way. Right on the corner, we've got to do it that way. The clipping is pretty brutal, though. It's not like the little ones where it's just a wee bit of clipping here and there. It's like, oof, ouch. My bones. So this clipping, not so bad. That clipping, a little bit worse. Is this lined up? This is lined up. Okay, so this one, also fine. Yes? Yes. Is this rotated? Oh, it is. Huh. Neat. So we did this just fine. It was from there on that it started to get kind of glitchy. But even then, it's really not that bad, is it? I think it might have just been the one time we placed it there that it was bad. And we can't place this one. Nor that one. We can do that one, though. Okay, so that's our limitation there. It's just these two corners. Assuming it'll let me place there. There we go. That one. And this one. Better. You can hardly tell. Just don't look too hard. And we go again. We'll come through and do the painting afterwards. The painting and the final bit of foundation work here. That stuff. Then we paint everything up. Much better, much better. Hopefully this sort of glitchiness doesn't like resurface whenever you save or something like that. That would kind of suck. I know that some games kind of do that, so... Right, there are those two, and paint, and paint. We're done. We're done with the floor of the base, at least. Now let's see how glass walls look. Do I want the glass, or do I want a different kind of glass? Do I want to stick with hex frame, or the angled frame, or the honeycomb? I think because it's an interior, it might make sense as... Triple frame would look dumb stacked, right? Just to be clear. That looks more like a fucking skyscraper than it does anything else. Unless I wanted to do like windows down below and then walls up and then return to glass at some point, but I think just like the full frame window makes the most sense. Ooh, does it not look as good on the interior angles, though? Yeah. It's not as clean, is it? Although, I wonder if it's still got a good aesthetic to it because of how it flips. Because it doesn't look outright bad from just that, so let's see what it looks like when complete. You know, that actually isn't too bad. I feel like it would look worse if we did like the honeycomb. You know what I mean? Did I correctly line these up with the foundations? It looks like I did. And these aren't such a sharp angle that I can't still just run along them. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and only do 5 high. Just so that we have enough to actually see how it looks going all the way around. There we go. Okay. We really do need to set up some more of these crates so that we can hold more of this. Like, it'd be nice to be able to get some silica out here right now. You feel? If it's not partially clipping, it's not placed correctly. Alright, yeah, this is going to be a very nice time to stop here, right about, I assume we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. We are. I bet with the blueprint printer printy majig Mark 2 or 3, you could oh, that looks so damn good, actually. Oh, that looks excellent. I bet with the printer Mark 2 or 3, it would be possible to, like, copy a corner, just like one corner, and you could place, like, the corner. Since we said that it was, like, 5 by 5, right? Just the curved part of it, though. Just, like, that part of it. I wonder. You might have to build it in parts, though, so that you can actually fit it in the blueprinter. Maybe you'd need the tier 3 version of it. This looks pretty good, though. Now all I want to do is get some swatches for... I wanted to build... Wow! I wanted to paint this area down here, something different from what's up there. Maybe like a, The pillars should definitely look... Maybe the pillars can still be black. Yeah, black pillars look good. Nice. And hopefully I didn't accidentally paint any of these floors. And now we just gotta think about what color floor would look good here. What is this? What are you? Are you bauxite? You are bauxite. Yoink. Fair bit of it, too. 43. Alright, let's take a look at colors here. That's swatch 1, let's look at swatch 2. I do like the idea of red, but maybe something like a dark green would go better, like this kind of color. What do you look like when painted? Oh, you're a secondary green. You look ugly as shit. It needs to be a primary green. Let's go green, and we're gonna want it to be like very saturated green. And the secondary can just be black. And then obviously I would like to actually use it. Nope. That's not it either. Let's go both of these green. And then maybe I can turn down the darkness of it or something. What does this look like? Ugh, I keep not selecting it. Oh, right, it auto changes because I've already painted it that. So if I turn this down to 0, right, nothing happens because it's the secondary color. But if I turn this down to 0, it goes black. So what happens if I turn you up to, like, this? That's not really it. But what happens if I turn you up to, like, a 5 here? Ooh, that's very green. Now I just need to make both of them that color of green. With this also being a 5, if at all possible. It still doesn't look that good. I need like a darker green. But there isn't really any darker green. What happens if I make it matte? Not a whole lot. And if I make it shiny, it's more obvious that way, but still not really what I want. Okay. Do I go for just like super bright then? Oh, that makes that shit bright as fuck. Yeah, that's more like it. Alright. We do that, but then we go for like... just a little bit below that? Like maybe a 0.5? Okay, yeah. We're going in the direction that I want now. Because at least now they match. But you can see that as it gets closer to the darker colors, like it starts to show the difference between the edges and the middle again. So what is this like? What if I turn it up to 8? Is that gonna do anything? Nah. I mean, yes, but no. We can't go quite that dark then. Okay. Maybe green isn't it then. Maybe red is what we want. Like this. Very bright. Not sure whether I like it or not. I guess I'll get to see real nicely here. Okay, what I definitely don't want to do is paint the pillars that color. Just a moment here. Yeah, a few minutes. My bad. I return. Just gotta be sure to paint it from the other underside because otherwise it's not really gonna... I'm not gonna be able to easily paint the middle, you know? And now that they're all painted this color, I can just come back to it. Like go back over it with whatever color and it'll just auto change to that color, which is nice. Right? Like if I change the color now, it is just gonna change the whole thing. I think this is good. Okay. None of the other pillars got mispainted accidentally. Now, do I like red? Honestly, no. The problem is making it a nice color without it looking like shit. Like, I like some of these colors, but I can't, like... 242, eh? Oh, you know what? That's actually not bad. Sorry, ADHD brain. I didn't actually finish any of my thoughts there. I don't mind blue. Let's see how it looks from up above. And I'm also gonna need to throw some pillars on these, on the like underside of all this. But for now, this looks good. Just gotta see what I see down below. I don't even think I'll be able to see all that much, but yeah, you can hardly tell. Like, you make a plunk noise when you run up against it. That's kind of funny. Alright. Looks good. Now we just need jetpacks. Okay. A little bit of ankle braking. Build some character. I'm gonna pretend like I know what was happening over here. Oh, it looks like one of our miners got deleted accidentally. Huh. Well, let me fix that real quick. But I'm missing a portable miner. Okie dokie. I'll go craft one. Perhaps I accidentally deleted a miner, or perhaps Austin did. One of us did, certainly. Okay, that's belt mark 1. Slap this bit back down. And figure out what wire that was hooked up to. Almost certainly that one. And we're back in it. So let me go grab myself some more steel beams, and then we can get off for the evening. We got a lot more bauxite than I know what to do with, and to be honest, this copper, straight in the trash. Not needed, just simply not necessary. It's not worth the effort of clearing it out. Oh. Clean. Looks like we're actually backlogged as well. Nice. Let's fix that. Glad Austin got that quartz set up, because I was dreading running all the way out there. But it is now set up, and there's quite a few new things we should be able to get or research or whatever. In fact, right before I get off, let me check on those the leg things that you can make. Okay, guess I'm going to climb it again. Do a little bit of research. What do you need? It'll be under quartz, I believe. Oh, we've got that. Nice. Blade runners.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
Boom. Easy. Oh, so much faster. Holy shit. Feels, oh. I feel renewed, rejuvenated. Able to leap tall mountains in a single bound. Alright. Excellent time to get off. Save game. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.